thoughts about, practical Dharna yoga experiments we can have with what Baba said today, how we can stay in his camp of the Almighty Authority, rather Maya's camp of being Almighty Authority. So this has been practiced for a while, and I'm sure it's not foreign for many. And it needs to be like, pre-practice before we come and meet Maya's camp. It can be helpful. So first one is what we heard, I think it was this week when Brahma Baba shared that he anyway, that was in the mind's eye, like how he with a pencil created a dot and then said, oh, the wife, she's a point. That's how she really looks like. Or, bringing the list of people we come into interaction with on a daily basis, or even we hear about them maybe on news or media, whatever. And then let the eye rest on the image of just a tiny dot and understand this is the one we come into interaction with. And like Baba said today in the Murli, we first have to consider the self to be that, obviously. And just by having the image, the tiny image, what happens is, first, of course, we can, have the thoughts like, oh, the one who talked to me rudely last week, that's how he looks like. And the one my mind is getting pulled to so much, that's how it looks like. And, like this mind game, which is, by the way, the reality, helps us that when we do come back to the interactions, there is already a different kind of experience towards that dot. And what happens, the automatic way of coming into interaction with others stop. Because sometimes, someone says something and the way the tone of the word is been delivered, or even the nearness of the body is, or what everything is so automatic. And with this pre-practice, when we do come into these interactions, a different set of being is enabled there. It's available there, rather than the automatic things we have no control over. And, Baba says sometimes no one is to blame. And just understand that a different type of character is then taking place. It's not the automatic thing. We're not anymore in an automatic pilot mode. So that's one thing of Dharna yoga practice we can have. Then the brotherly vision take another form. Second is, and so there's 4. Second one was like words were see, take, and look. You know how a small child, he have his own inner world, and sometimes he get a toy or even someone handing something to him. And when there is the disinterest of it, it's like, give it to the mommy, like you deal with it, kind of thing. Like it sometimes can be, I don't understand what it is, or it sometimes can be, I don't want it. Or, this act, it's in the mind here. And so to do this with Baba, in terms of, there can be a foreign thought or emotion or old sanskars that come to the angelic spectrum. It's foreign to us, it's alien to us. So what we need to do is like give it to Baba in terms of not, it's not, that was shared yesterday. It's not that we're, when we're in a good stage and loving stage and peaceful stage, so it's then that we are with Baba. And when we are sinful, I don't know, under my influence, so Baba is separate. No, it's me and Baba all the time. And then there is sometimes the shift. So it's good to instill this habit to just hand it to Baba. There is separation there and detachment with this kind of practice. And then it's also we're not spending too much time in growth with the churning of what happened, how I lost my stage, how this Maya came. Nothing to do with me. And Baba is the partner within that too. Third Dharna yoga point that was experimenting with for the last, I think it's 2 weeks now, is with the repetitive thoughts kind of thing. So this one anyway, it's an ongoing thing. And a good yukti that was found was just to consciously create a 2-line rhyme of a song. If possible, also attach a tune to it. And let that be the automatic default. So like in between scenes or actions or responsibility, if the mind needs something to go back to, if the mind have the habit of a repetitive thought, fine, no problem, no forceful, wish to stop that, but we can transform it. And it came in a natural way, and it's so sweet because at the beginning it started with 2-line thoughts. I'm singing to Maya. And later on, what happened, I understand, that can also be applied to Baba. And it's an ongoing thing. And magic happens that even thoughts from Baba sit on that template later on. So another way of, a subtle way of making effort. We're not forcefully trying to stop the mind from having repetitive thoughts, rather elevate it,
Give it a new joy.
Yeah, like that.
Like this, adding a song to it.
Yeah. And then, I see I wake up in the morning with it, I'm going to sleep with it. And then there's less feeling uncomfortable because there is, again, a repetitive thought. It's a good kind. It's something I agree to. And it's also Baba's kind. And the fourth one, this is coming from the wish also, to prepare the self for the next chapter, which probably is this cycle is finishing, this conference age is finishing. And so also be aware of the next option. So with this, it's like having a circle of friends sitting together, and the friends and you're sitting there with Baba as the master, and those friends are actually the different aspects we are only now conscious of or in awareness of. And so the master sits, and in the circle of friends, Maya is there. And the aspect of love karma is there, and time is there, and the 84th part is there, and knowledge is there. And it can be like that. And there is so much acknowledgement for each one's role. And there is so much appreciation for each one's part. And you're just neutrally sitting in their company kind of thing. And the thought that came was like, it's been an honor to know you. And next chapter is there because probably in the golden age, we won't have the companionship of the friend of knowledge. And we won't be aware of the 84 part or love karma, this kind of thing. So also it felt very royally way of saying thank you, acknowledge, understanding the importance of their role, and be prepared for the next part. So some of this yoga and dharna practices of the soul.